Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. Today, welcome to my lesson on how to write an email. So today we'll be looking at the process of how to reply to an email that you will receive, which is very important because no matter if it's now or in the future, you will be dealing a lot with writing emails when you are working in a company or when you are dealing with people outside of your circle. So you need to be able to understand the structure and you'll be able to understand the needed elements in order to provide an email that is good and understandable for the other person. So without further ado, let's look at how to write an email. So you usually write an email in B1 level to a friend or teacher, meaning that the level is not that high but is appropriate enough for that your level. Okay, and the subject depends on the situations, whether it is school, is in a college, is in a university, or is it in life, in work. For example, is it for a class meeting, or maybe a trip with friends, or an organization of a birthday party that you know. So for our assessment, you will find 4 content points or notes to complete. For example, you will have to agree or disagree with something, give your opinion, suggest and explain something, meaning that in this assessment, in the last assessment that you will be doing, you have to complete 4 content points, the ones that are really highlighted, which is agree, disagree, give your opinion, suggest or explain something. So if you are able to fulfill those, then you are golden. Okay. Now, let's look at the structure of an email. How do you write an email? Okay. So first off, we have open an email, meaning how do you open an email? What do you write? Okay. You start with the greetings, salutations, those things. Okay. And then we have the opening paragraph. You say hello there. You start with a greeting and say something friendly related to the situation. You are not going into the your main reason for writing the email. You are just giving a beginning, just introducing something. Okay, and then you move into the main content. You answer the 4 questions. Okay, the 4 points that you were given. You 4 content points that you were required to reply to. Okay, so paragraph 1, we answer the first important point. Second paragraph, we talk about the second important point, and the third paragraph, we talk about the third important point. You have 4th, then you have to respond to the 4th important points. And then when you have an opening, you have a closing. So you need to close your email. How do you close? You say goodbye. So finish by saying something friendly related to situation, or for example, maybe you want to see them again in the future, those kinds of things. Okay, and then close an email. Okay, you have opening and closing. You have open and close an email. So this is where you put in the ending note. For example, love, lots of love, all the best, take care, best wishes, and then you put your signature at the bottom. Sometimes you put your name as well at the bottom. Alright. Now, step 1. Whenever you get the task, when you do your assessment, first briefly analyze your task. What does it mean by that? The first thing that you should always do is find topic of your email. What is the email about? Okay, the topic can help you choose some nice words and expressions that you can include in your email. Secondly, we need to look and find content points. They give us the detail about what we should write in your email. You don't have to worry about the content point. It will be very clear to you that they are the ones that you need to reply to. Lastly, you have to check who's going to read your email. Who is going to be your recipient? Why? Because if it's a friend, then you can use more colloquial language. You can be more casual. You can be more relaxed. But when you write to a teacher or someone who is higher level than you need to show more respect and be more polite. Okay, casual but a hint of respect and politeness. Alright. Now, this is the sample of a email. Okay, so there are some highlights here. So at the right will be the summary of this email. Okay, you can see that the ones in yellow is the target reader, or what we call the recipient. Who is the email to or from. Okay. So you will sending you got an email from Terry, then you will be sending an email to Terry as a reply. Okay, that will be your target reader who is responding, because the question asks, read this email from your English friend Terry and the notes that you have made. Okay, so it means that you will be replying to Terry. Okay. And then the subject, learning a language. This will be the topic. The ones in green will be the topic. Okay. Topic is what the whole thing is about. What are you talking about in content point 1, content point 2, content point 3, and then content point 4. Okay. Then content point 1, 2, 3, 4 is given usually. They will give in the box at the end or give it in a highlight like this. So you know. So you have to reply. So this is what she said. I am excited because next month I'm starting my beginners classes to learn your language. I've never studied a foreign language before. Thanks for meeting me and to give some ideas. So the note here says no problem, meaning that you have to use this as a reply to this. But don't you just write no problem, you have to write the whole thing back. Okay, no problem, I am happy to help you with this because I'm really excited to speak to you in my language too, for example. So this goes on with number 2, number 3 and number 4. So the content points is what you need to use as reply to the paragraph that you are answering. Okay. Okay, second step, open an email. You understand your task. How do you reply to the email? How do you open it? Okay. Every email starts with an opening formula. Depending on who is the recipient of our email, we will start the letter in a slightly different way. Like we mentioned earlier, if it's to friends, then it will be more casual. If you're to teacher or someone else, it will be more formal. Okay. If it's a teacher, we should be a little more respectful and formal. So a good option would do it something like this. Dear Mrs. Jones. Okay. Usually we stay with that, okay? Or we just Mrs. Jones. Dear Mr. Shazwan, for example. Then comma. Then move to the next paragraph. Then you write the introduction. When it's to friend, to relatives, we can choose something informal. For example, we can say, hi Tom. Hello Tom. Or you can also use dear Tom, but if it feels more straight. So just go for hi or hello Tom. To a friend or relatives. Okay? Someone who you are close to, right? Then after you give the salutations, the greet just now, you open the paragraph. You say hello. You say something friendly that is like just you want to say like how you are feeling, for example, whatever you when you want to share with them. Okay, start your email by saying something friendly related to the situation, or ask them how they feel. Are they feeling good? How is everyone? For example, if your recipient is a friend, the first paragraph might look like this. Thanks to your email, it was really great. It was fantastic or lovely to hear from you. It was really great or fantastic or lovely to hear from you. I'm so excited. Okay, right. So this is to friend. It can be more simple, more like very easy, very simplified. For example, thanks. If you are writing in the formal way, you have to say thank you rather than thanks. But if you write it to a friend or relatives, you can say thanks. It was really nice. What's up? Something like that. You can use something like that. Okay. But if you are writing to a teacher, you need to be more formal and polite. Thank you for your email. I just got it, and I mean it's a really great idea too. It feels very legit. It feels very formal when you are writing to someone who is of a higher or different status than you. Okay. Now, after you have done with the first paragraph, very simple, very paragraph, you say like, it's very good to hear from you again. I hope that you and your family are doing well. Then you move into the first main content. Okay, the main content, that the words we highlight just now, the ones in purple, that is what you want to answer. The main paragraphs are the most important parts of the email because they must contain different content points or notes from the task, because you are replying to what they have said based on the content points. Okay. Each paragraph can only be 1 or 2 sentences long because remember you only write between 80 to 100 words in total, which means that you don't have a lot of words available. Okay, the whole essay you need to write about 80 to 100 words. That's not a lot, especially those when there comes a time that you have a lot of ideas to include but you don't have enough words. Okay, so be careful. Answer in 1 or 2 paragraphs, 1 or 2 sentences per paragraph for the content points, right? You need to be careful that you use the right functional language in each of the paragraph to show the examiner that you understand what exactly that you have to do. If you want to advise, you need to say that you are, I think that you should or you have to, I suggest that you do, why don't you come here, that's offer. Then you have this, I think that this is better, so you have to show that you are doing a particular action by either explain, advise, suggest or offer and etc. Okay, let's see here. This is the content points that we have earlier, and how do you expand it? You say something like this. Okay, for example, like this, we can see the examples of answer below with the additional animation that you can find useful. Okay, maybe you want to explain that you are, because you say no problem, you are happy that you can help her. So I'm so happy that I'm able to help and it's not a problem at all, for example. Okay, sorry, but maybe you want to say, oh, because she asked for a meeting, if I remember correctly, for a meeting, but you say you cannot meet, and then you said to her that you cannot meet on next Thursday because you have something on. For example, like the example say that you have football practice, maybe you can schedule some other time, for example, and then give an advice. She asked for advice on a particular thing. She asked about dictionary and videos. What do you think? Do you think that it is good for her to use, or is it like not good for her to use? You give the advice, but think that then give your justification why you said maybe your video is not good. Like in the example here, says that I don't think you need videos because you can watch YouTube. Videos YouTube. Okay, but okay, this is an example. But however, this dictionary is a great idea. You need to explain why do you say that. Not videos because it may be too fast for you. But however, dictionary is a great idea. For example. So the words here shows that you are replying and you are fulfilling what they are requesting for you. Okay. And then offer, maybe if you after you have started your classes, I can help you with some of the practices that if you want to do. What about it? How about it? For example, so those are what you can use when you are replying to the email. Okay, so this is a sample which is very good for you to look through. Don't worry, this will be available. And then the blue is the blue highlight is the reference to letter. The meaning that this is being, she has mentioned it in her own email, and you are referring it to the what she has said. Okay, and the ones in yellow or orange here is our linking words and conjunctions like and, but, however, therefore, moreover, because you want to continue on a particular sentence. Okay, and then use time linkers like yesterday, last week, tomorrow, because like for example, like you cannot meet yesterday and you want to reschedule next week, for example, like that, something. Okay, remember, do not copy and paste vocally from the text. Use your own words. Maybe you can just copy when you do a reference, but you don't copy the whole thing. Like maybe just you talk about meeting up, but I think that we are not available. I am not available. Something like that lah. You paraphrase what you were given with. Okay, and then after you have finished with your paragraphs, you close it first. Okay, you close the paragraph to show that you are finishing up. So we want to end our email with a nice closing formula, so we can write one short final sentence where we end the email in a nice way. All we need to do is be careful with the language and make sure that we show the person the right level of respect. If you're talking to a teacher, thank you again for your help and see you in class. Okay. Maybe we want to talk when you talk to a friend or a relative, drop me a line when you get my email. Drop me a line means like call me or send a message or something like that. Okay. So you close, like after you want to finish off, you want to go off, you don't want to continue. That is what we call closing paragraph. There's a lot of ways for you to do. Okay. Don't worry, as long as you are showing that you are closing, then that is very okay. And then you close an email. Just now is a closing paragraph. Now this is close an email. Okay. As with any letter, also an email should end with a signature and closure. So some of these words that you can use are love, lots of love, all the best, take care. Those are what can be used for friends or relatives. Best wishes, or sincerely, or regards. Maybe you can talk to the teacher or like a company or like any others. Then you put your name or your surname and then use signature. Okay. You can example below here. This is the closing paragraph for Terry, because she is studying your language. Good luck with your studies, Terry. Hope to see you soon, for example. Love, this is closure like this one. Then you put your name, Tommy. Or if you're not Tommy, you Abu. Or not Abu, you Ali. So write your name and then signature. Okay. Usually email don't have signatures, then you can put Tommy. Okay. And that is how to close an email. So I will share with you some useful phrases, expressions that you can use while you are doing your email writing. Okay. So how do you open the paragraph? You use something like this. It's nice to hear from you. I'm glad to read your email. Or maybe it's something that is sad. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that you are doing well. Thank you very much for email. I hope this finds you well. Okay. So some of the samples here. When you want to reduce your points, these are what you can use. By the way, did you hear about? Did you see? Have you seen? Yeah. Referring to email, this is very important because you are replying to the email. You need to refer to what the original email, and how do you refer to that? These are some of the phrases that you can use. Okay, expressions. How to close. Okay, very good. It's time to go. I hope you can see each other later. Something like that. Okay. And then the goodbye, the close formula. Okay. Best wishes, best. Sincerely, love, regards. Okay, so this is a template. Okay, if you want to try it on your own, you can use this template for you to write the answer. Okay, or you can use it if you're doing your assessment, but make sure you are doing something that is according to the content points that the assessment gave you. Okay, now for example here, this is a sample of past semester questions that you can do a practice on. See that you are okay, you must answer all the questions. So, read the email from Sarah. Sarah is your target recipient. Reply her email using all the notes given. Okay, so this is from Sarah. So we have the subject and hi. This is the opening, and then this what we call the greetings, and then this is the opening paragraph, including the content point 1. So you have to say based on what you see. Well, say how you feel. So she said she is excited, then you reply, I'm also excited for this trip as well. Okay. So answer these are the content points that you have to reply to. Okay. Okay, which one is you think better? I will give you a sample after this. Okay. But remember, previously, we don't focus too much on the from and the to, the email address. But this time around, I hope that you will provide the email address of your, and then to the Sarah or maybe the recipient, and then the subject must need to include. Okay. For this time around, it is required for the format. So email address, then the subject, and then this is the answer. Okay. So dear Sarah. Okay. Remember salutation. Open the email, and then the opening paragraph including the content point 1. You see they reply with the feeling. Okay, say how you feel. I'm also looking forward to our holiday trip. I can't wait to finally see anyone after our regression. This is response to the first paragraph, which included what you feel. And then second one, you reply with she asks you whether you should go to the Contra-Gadu or Crystal Mosque. The example A says that you should go to the Crystal Mosque. Why do you say so? And then example B said you should go to Contra-Gadu first. So you can do either way. So you decide on your own which one. But you must to fulfill which is better. Explain why. Okay. You say Crystal Mosque is okay. Better. Why? You say go to Kuala Terengganu first is better. Why? You must answer that. And then she asked for advice. Shall we go to Kapas Island for staff snorkeling? The points require you to say no and give a reason and suggest another place. So you say, okay, I don't think we should go there because what? Because of what? Then give another suggestion. Okay. I don't think I up for Kapas Island as we already done the shopping. Maybe we can find something to do, something fun to do online. And then you do a closing paragraph. Then the close. Okay, close the what we call the email. And then write the number of words at the bottom. Okay, if you write 86 words, then you put 86 words. Okay. So that will be the simple answer. That is what we want you to do for your final assessment. Okay. So make sure you know a set of useful phrases. Whatever you can do, you can use for the greetings, opening and disclosing paragraphs. Make sure that you already know. Very simple one that you can easily use and grab it when you want to use it. It will save you a lot of time while doing a task, and you will avoid making silly mistakes. Write a well-structured and visual appealing email. You can use the starter template for this. Okay. Also remember that punctuation matters, so be sure to separate sentences with periods and commas, and don't write sentences that are too long. Please do that. Okay. Please write comma, please write points or something like that. Okay. Read carefully, analyze the task. Make sure you read the assignment carefully and specify exactly what you are being asked to do. So those content points are very important. Okay. So remember to look at it, understand it, then answer based on it. Right. So these are some online practices that you can use, you can do on your own, which will be based similarly to that. Okay. And then in the slides that I will give you, there are some sample practices that you can do on your own. I haven't shown it in this, but there are some available, so you can do some practice on it, so you will be more confident when you want to do the assessment later on. So you won't be very afraid to answer. Okay. So thank you very much for everyone to listening to me. I hope that this is helpful for you, and this will be able to provide you with more context and will be able to help you to do well in your final assessment. So thank you very much, everyone. See you when I see you. Hope you have a good day, and see you next one. Bye bye.